Namaskar everyone, welcome to the class. Let's start the class with Koshiki first and then the asanas. I would like to invite you to introduce yourself, where you're from, and city and country. That would be very nice. So I'm not going to waste any time. Let's do Koshiki slowly and we'll speed up. We haven't done it earlier this week, so I hope you can do it a little longer this time today. I'm going to face you so you're able to learn the dance without having to follow my rhythm. If you are finding difficulty, please look at my previous videos where I explain how Koshiki is done, and also you can follow it from the back. And okay, let's start the dance. Nope. We want to do it as a stretch, so don't allow yourself not to pull the muscle or go to the maximum. Just do it slowly, gradually, and as you breathe in and out, moving the fascia and the circulation, you get into the nice stretch and squeezing and stretching of your fascia. Ready? Begin. Right, din, 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 din. Din, 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 da, da, din, 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 da, da. Din, 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 din. Ta, ta, baba, nam, baba, ki, valam. Baba, nam, baba, ki, valam. Baba, nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam. Knees again, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam. Give me the arms straight. Kevalam. Baba, Nam. Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam. Baba, Baba, Nam. Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam. Baba, Kevalam. Check where your foot is. It's crossing the back. Kevalam. Baba, Nam. Baba, Baba, Nam. Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam. Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam. Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam. Baba, Baba, Nam. Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam. Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam. Baba, Kevalam. Baba, Nam. Baba, Baba, Nam. Baba, Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Feeling the stretch from the hips as well. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Breathing out as a bend. Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Nam. Baba Kevalam. Baba Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam, Baba, Nam, Baba, Baba, Nam, Baba, Kevalam. Does it stop? Let's go on the floor in Shavasana. Just allow your body to rest, to assimilate the movements that you've done. Just for a while. Just bring the mind back to the room. Koshiki, it's can be sweaty in Koshiki too if you have warm weather. So it depends on how you do it. Let's bend your knees. Bring the right knee to the chest, breathing out. We are just going to do two of this, breathing out the right knee. And breathing in, release. And breathing out the left knee. You can have the other leg bend, or you could have it straight. Just let's try the bending position first, exhaling from the pelvis, inhaling. And both knees, exhaling all the way, squeezing the legs closer to you. Wary of your knees. If you have dodgy knees, you may want to be careful breathing out, not straining your neck. And inhaling, release. Let's try with the leg straight. Now, right leg, breathing out, close to the body, squeezing it very close, breathing out. Really, this helps to improve the bowel movement and digestion. Generally, a good practice for the gut. Breathing out, inhaling, breathing, then exhaling left leg, holding it close to your body. You can do this for 8 times, but I'm doing it as a form of because there are other practices we're going to do, so I'm going to just do 2 rounds of this. Exhaling, inhaling, release, and both legs, knees close to you. Squeeze that limb area where the inguinal knots are. Exhaling. and inhaling, release. It's really nice to remove tension on the head, especially neck tension. It's really nice to squeeze out all the gas from the body. Exhaling, bring the knees to you. Bend the knees. Going to continue inhaling, lifting up spine of the floor, both arms coming up, all the way up over your head. Watch the knees. If you have dodgy knees, just be wary of how the movement is. You may want to abduct out your legs from the thighs, so you take the pressure off the knees. And as you exhale, bring both arms down back to the floor together with the spine. One more time again, inhaling, arms up, spine lifted slowly. Exhaling. Just one more time, inhaling. And exhaling. Exhale, knees to your chest. Just let it fall to one side, to the right side. This twisting stretch is also good for the eyes. If you want to give some exercise to your eyes, you may stretch your eyes looking all the way beyond your arms and your fingertips. Breathing into the stretch and inhaling back to the center, exhaling to the other side. Inhaling back to the center, exhaling. One more time. And invite you to roll to the standing position, but let's come to the sitting position first. Sitting. Get front, stretch your legs out, right under the left over if you can. Just stay for a while. Bring your body closer down. Stay. You can stay for a while in this pose without moving. If you find it difficult to cross the legs, just to put one on top of the other, the knee, you can have it just cross and come forward. Just stay for a while. I'm going to do for a minute, not long. You may drop your head. Maybe stay, or the neck can stay upright. Have that little stretch on your glute or side of the thigh, abductors. So lift it up. I'm going to change side. Let me go out of the pose. Legs folded together with the upper part of the body as well, this side. So the left leg is on top. And then bringing your right arm over and swing the left arm to catch the upper arm. You clasp the hands together. If you can't reach, you can use a towel or a strap. You may sit on your sitting bone if you like, or you could just leave it by the side of your thigh. Stay focused in front. Look at either the tip of the nose or a point in front of you. And slowly release the arms. So the difference to the side. So left leg is under, the right is over, on top. It doesn't have to be right directly on top. It can be just crossing like a shoelace. You place the heels just next to your thighs, or you could have the one under sitting on it, but not pressing into the Muladhara chakra for the females. For the males, you can press into it. So now, right leg is on top. So right arm is, swing the right arm below and the left arm up. It's the opposite direction. Clasp the hands. If you feel pins and needles, just release it and then come back to the position again. Focus one point, either at the tip of your nose or somewhere just in front of you. Slowly releasing it. You're going to do one more time. Right leg under, left leg over on top. So right arm is up, left arm is below. So left arm swing below, right arm up. So it's the opposite direction. And stay focused at the point in front of you. You're breathing normally. For some of us, you may even feel the pressure of the arm, the pressing into the directly opposite the sternum behind the thoracic, at the back. It can be quite challenging for the arms, so you may want to use a strap to reach, to grab hold of each other if the hands do not meet. It's better to keep the spine upright. Slowly releasing, very slowly. Change side. So left is under, right is over. Right leg is up, so the right arm is below, and the left arm is on top. It's just the opposite. Stay. Concentrate on one point in front of you. Feel the pressure of your arm below pressing into your back, directly opposite the back side of the sternum or the spine. This will come out of the pose. I want you to just stay for a while in the seated position before we go to the standing pose. You can go into Shavasana if you like. Huh? Okay. You can go into Shavasana if you like. Maybe we'll try that because it really helps to assimilate the changes, the movement that you've done in the fascia, the energy and the flow. Even if it's 10 seconds, it's really nice to normalize the breath as well. And just, if you can, roll to the right side or where the breath is predominant. I'm going to ask you to come back to up a little bit before you go up to the standing. Let's balance a little bit before we go to the standing pose. It's nice to face you. It's nice to do some balancing act. Massaging the toes actually is a really nice practice, which we always forget to do. And it has a lot of effects on the reflex of the body. Just stay in this pose. Slowly, you're going to come out of the pose, stay in this position. If you can roll up, otherwise you may just keep it back straight and come up. Whichever you choose, depends on how you feel more comfortable. I'm going to roll up and out of the pose, very, very, very slowly. At the end, I'm going to inhale. Next, I'm going to exhale. And then inhale. To normalize the pressure before I start. I'm going to stand and do some standing poses. I'm going to introduce one of the standing poses also today. Now let's get into some movements before and look at the time that we have. Okay, we're going to do something. I wanted to do this at the beginning of the class. Let's stand at the top of the mat. Whichever side does not matter, we're going to balance on the left leg first. Before that, you stay in Tadasana. Spread your weight on the four corners of your feet, lengthening. Shoulders are not tense, lengthening. We're going to do some movement before we get into the standing asana. Open your eyes, inhaling, lift your right leg off into flying. You can fly a little bit. You can place your hands shoulder level, or you can place it on your hip, whichever you find comfortable. Stay for a while. And then lower the body to the floor. Lower your face, your right cheek to the floor. Facing up, lift the left arm, swing the left arm up. Just a little swing. Come back to the center. And then taking the left leg up, the leg in front of you, swinging up. Coming back to standing again. Coming up to standing. Arching your back a little bit. Down. Swing the left leg again up. And then needle thread the left leg between your right arm and right leg. Come back down, swing that left leg again. You're going to move to the other side. You're going to swing all the way up to the other side. We're going to do the same, or a little bit different. Now the right arm up, swinging, twisting, stretching the eyes if you need to. Come back to center. Then the right leg, swing up. Come to standing. Ready a little bit of lunge and out. Right leg swing. Needle thread between the left arm and the left leg. And expose the belly to the clouds. Back, swing the right leg, come up to the other side. One more time, right, left arm, swing, left leg, swing, standing. Stay for a while. You may go low, you may go high, depending. And back, left leg swing between the arm and the leg. Stay for a while. Come back, left leg swing. And do to the other side. Same thing. This time bring the left cheek to the floor. And the right arm swing. Right leg swing up. As you come to standing, sort of a lunge. Forward. And the right leg swing back between. Threading between the arm and the leg. Back. Now we're going to finish on this side. Balance on the right leg. Coming up. And then resting. The newfound length. Stay standing. Allow the breath to normalize. Standing, I'm going to come to the front to see you. Just stay for a while before we continue. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhaling, bend to the left side. Just stretching a little bit. And inhaling out. Listening to the other side. Going to the center. Exhaling. Swing your arms forward, bend. And inhaling out and back. Exhaling quickly, inhaling out and release. We'll do a few of this. Inhaling, exhaling to the left side. You may turn your palm or not, does not matter. Breathing out into the pause. Not breathing. And inhaling up. Exhaling to the other side. Holding, not breathing. Inhaling out. Exhaling. Inhaling up and back. Exhaling from the belly, inhaling out, release. You may hold into your toe or you may not, does not matter. Again, inhaling, exhaling to the left side. I'm going to do 4 rounds of this. Inhaling up, exhaling to the other side. Up, exhaling. Exhale from the belly. You may hold or you may just hold any part of your leg, of your heel, ankle. Inhaling, lengthening, and back. You may want to exhale and inhale back. Exhaling from the belly, inhaling out and release. One more time, inhale, exhaling to the left, inhaling out. I'm holding now for 8 seconds, exhaling. Inhaling out, exhaling. Inhaling up and back. Exhale, up and release. You stay for a while. I'm going to do a standing pose, just stay in this position. We're not going to simulate the movements. Do not lock your knees. Just allow your knees to relax, lengthening. We're going to do one standing pose, just one set of it. We'll continue more next week with this standing pose. Collect your hands together, bring it back, keep the arms close to your body, pull it down. As you inhale, pull the arms down. As you exhale, you're going to bend to your left side. Breathing out. Breathing, come back to the center. Exhale to the other side. Inhaling back to the center, exhaling, going to bend forward, bringing the arm up. Exhaling, bending from the hip. Keep the back straight, arms lifted. Breathing up from the belly. Breathe out, stay. Inhale, raising arms, torso back up. You want to exhale when you reach the top, and then you want to inhale back. And then exhaling, bringing it back to the standing position. Now you're going to go into the second part of this, which is kneeling. Get on your knees. You do the same thing, bending to the left, to the right, forward and backward. So collapse your hands. First inhale, pulling the arms down. It's really nice to stretch the neck and the shoulders and the back for this pose. It helps to release a lot of stress in the body. So inhale, and then exhale to the left side. Inhaling back to the center. You find yourself pushing the toes to the, pressing the toes to the floor. And then exhaling to the other side. Inhaling center, it's a really nice neck stretch. Exhaling, lift the arms up, forehead on the floor. Inhaling. You want to exhale and then inhale back. Bring the arms. Exhaling, release. So it's quite powerful. So we may need support under the knees in some cases. We're going to do one more set of this. Or some of you may want to have support on your bum. Or you may want to have thicker support under your ankles or something. So I should have mentioned it earlier, but please use it if you need to. We're going to do one more time of this pose. This pose can be done 4 sets. We're going to do the second set this time. It is really, the name of the pose is Karmasana. Karma means action. But it really gives this releasing of stress, actually, more than putting you into stress. It energizes you, at the same time it releases a lot of tension in the body. And you can actually have a good sleep after this too. So collapse your hands. Let's do one more time with this. It's a really nice neck stretch, I find. So inhale, exhaling to the left side. You find the stretch all the way from your back, even your lumbar area. Breathing out. Don't worry so much if you cannot remember to breathe in and out. It will just happen automatically. And inhale, come to the center. Be mindful of your movement. Exhaling to the other side. Inhaling, center, it really stretches even from the sacrum. Exhaling, forward bend, arms out, bending from the hip, exhaling from the belly, all the way. And then inhaling, leg up, pulling the arms, pulling you up. Some of us may want to exhale and then inhale back, or you can continue all the way inhaling back. You may want to lift the neck slightly to help you come up to the first inhale, pulling the hands down, the arms, and exhaling to the left side. Inhaling, center, exhaling to the other side. Inhaling, center, exhaling, forehead is on the floor. The nose tip may touch the floor. Pressing your toes to lower the body. Inhaling, pressing into the floor with your toes. You may want to exhale or not, or continue to inhale and back. Exhaling, coming out of the pause. The back bend can be quite trying, so you may not want to bend all the way because of the strain of the neck. So you may want to just bend a little bit, extending the fingers to support you. Or you could put a block. The block could easily support you as you go down as well, or just in this manner. So let's go into Shavasana. It's quite a powerful pose. I want to come out of it. Feel the difference in the body and the mind. Let's go into Shavasana. This pose that is just done actually helps to overcome highly stressed individuals. So it helps to also lower your blood pressure. But even if you have low blood pressure, it's still okay to do this pose if you're mindful in the movement, like what we did today. The way to breathe in and breathe out at the right time. Bring awareness back to the room. You want to roll over to one side, or you want to just roll up to the sitting, like what I'm doing. And now we get into another pose. Let's see. Let's try the cobra pose. It's really nice to do the cobra pose. So get onto your belly. That's a variation of this pose. Perhaps we just go into your Sphinx pose if you want. I've done quite a bit of stretching, so this is quite easy to do. Just for a while before we go higher. Take care of the knees. If you have dodgy knees, you may want to not put so much pressure on the knees when you are in this pose. Let's do about 8 rounds of this pose. Let's go into the floor now. Place the palms, whether it's near your shoulder or near your ears. The legs are together. And then we press into the top foot, pressing the toenails to the floor. Lift the, do not lock the knees. Lift the knees off the floor. The muscles of the inner thighs and the glutes are engaged. And then remember the front of the body, your abdominal muscles, rectus abdominis, just below the belly. Tighten the muscle a little bit, engage the muscle, breathing in into this area. So as you, maybe you want to roll the head, I'm going to put my chin to the chest and then come out as an inhale, coming out. Looking, directing your eyes to the ceiling. You can be there, you can be here. The neck doesn't have to turn that much, depending on your condition. Holding and exhaling. Very slowly to feel the movement of the vertebra one at a time. Catch your breath. Legs together. Engage the muscle below the navel. Breathe into your back, into the rib cage. With that, you have to inhale, lift up, heart forward, coming out, looking, directing your eyes to the ceiling. And exhaling. Again, continue inhaling. This pose is really good in reducing the excess fat on your arms. So continue inhaling. Exhaling. I'm going to go into child's pose. Or you could go into Shavasana if you like. Give it a space between your palms. And not to sitting. Just pause for a while. See the difference in your breath and overall before we continue. Even sitting in this pose, what you call thunder pose, Vajrasana, is helpful for your digestion. Just stay for a while in this pose. You may have it away, the bottom leg could be away when you're sitting on the floor, or if you may just sit on the calves itself. Just for a while, please make a fist of your hands before we continue to the next pose. It's a nice pose to sit after eating because the blood rushes to the belly and helps to digest the food. Next, we're going to do a little bit of this Driga Pranam, and the last pose called the rabbit pose or the hare pose. Driga Pranam. Let's go on your toes. If you've done this before, exhaling, palms together. Inhaling, raise, arms straight up. This can really also relieve a lot of tension on the shoulders, on the back. As you exhale, engage the abs. Pressing with your toes, keeping the back straight if you can, otherwise you may round a little bit to go down. Exhaling, pressing the forehead on the floor, the tip of the nose on the floor as you stay in exhalation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and inhaling, coming up, pressing your toes, coming up, raising. Feel that extension of the spine. Again, exhaling, going down, breathing out from the belly. Inhaling, inhaling, continue coming up. It's a rhythmic movement, so feel your breath, movement of your arms, breath moving the spine, moving the arms as you go into the pose. Feel that rhythmic movement that runs automatically. Inhaling, pressing the toes, that's why massages. So if you need to come out of the position to release the pain on the toes, you may do that. Okay, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, keeping it straight, or you could just hunch a little bit to go into the pose, or use your palm arms to walk into the position. Inhaling. Some of us may need some support, maybe a stool in front if you're not able to go all the way to the floor. Let's do 2 more of this. Generally, you can do up to 8 sets, 8 times if you want to. Come out of the pose. Just stay for a while in this pose, Vajrasana. You can see how much time you're able to do. We're going to do one more pose before we finish up with massage, then Shavasana. This is going to be the hare pose, as I mentioned to you. So you're actually also sitting on the toes, but you're holding the heel, and you're bringing the top of the head on the floor. In some of us, it may be quite difficult, especially if you have very high blood pressure, but just see how much you can go into it. So you may want to put the support, higher support if you need to, or not, to get the top of the head on the floor. If you do not need this, you can put it away. Now, you're trying to bring the forehead closer to your knees. That's one way. Let me show you. Another way is you could alternate this way. You could just, let me show you another way. Top of the head, you could just put this way. It's easier. You're not pressing into your toes as well. So this is another way to get into it. But if you have very high blood pressure, you should be wary of how you're doing it. You should maybe not do it as well. So another way is to take the top of the head very close to the knees, and then lift the bum of the heels. And inhaling, coming back. So you do press your chin to your chest. Or if you need, you have a block, exhaling. But it may be uncomfortable. It's easy with a blanket, or just place your hands on the floor. Let's try 2 more times. Lengthening. Pause for a while. It's quite powerful. Although it looks very little movement, but it's really very, very powerful for the glands in the body, including your thyroid glands. Again, and your blood pressure. Exhaling. Inhaling, coming out very gently. Even if you have neck issues, so you need to be mindful how you press into the pose. So that's it. Let's get into massage and shavasana. The palms, the eyes, scalp, eyes and scalp, and scalp. And the index finger. Massage is actually very important in every asanas that you do. If you're doing asanas at home, please, if you have a short time, please do a very fast massage, because it really is very useful to improve the lymphatic flow in the body. Thumb, and then the left side, left shoulder, armpit, arm. You want to wiggle a little bit your fingers. And the right side, armpit. So there was the rabbit pose, Sashangasana, and there was the Karmasana we did, standing And there was also the standing Padahastasana that we did today. And also the cow's head pose that we did sitting. So there are a few poses we did, but not in the full rounds, just half of the rounds. Let me see. May repeat it other times. And should you this Agnisara Mudra, pressing into your navel. You could do more than 3 times if you need to, especially if you have bad constipation. It's fine. Sinking the oil back to the body and left side. The knee. To the side. Knee. There are a lot of lymph nodes also at the back of the knee, so it really helps to improve that circulation. So when you're done, grab hold of a blanket if you're going to feel cold. Otherwise, lie down in Shavasana. Just allow your body to relax completely. Move the neck side to side so you come to a comfortable position. Commit yourself to stillness. If you have to remove your glasses or watches or any belts around you, please do so. And make sure that you're not touching anything around you. Shoulder blades are relaxed, comfortable, and you're warm. Allow every part of the body to release the tension to the floor you're lying on. Awareness to the toes, the right toes, right foot, heel, the shank, calf, right knee, back of the knee, right thigh, and bring the awareness to the left hand, thumb, fingers. Left hand wrist, forearm, left elbow, upper arm, armpit, left shoulder, left arm,
with the connection between the left arm and the right leg. Now awareness to the left big toe, left toes, left foot, left heel, ankle, shank, calf, left knee, back of the knee, left thigh, back of the thigh, left hip, left leg, right fingers, right hand, fingers, thumb, palm, wrist, right forearm, elbow, upper arm, right shoulder, armpit, right arm, left leg. Feel the cross connection between the right arm and left leg. The back of the body, release all the tension in the sacrum, let it sink to the floor. Release that tension. Lower back, up middle back and the upper back. Entire back, entire spine. Bring your attention to the front of the body, abdomen, the organs and tissues in the abdomen. Chest, inhaling, exhaling. Clavicles, shoulders, back of the neck, front of the throat, jaws, facial muscles, nose, ears, temples, eyes, eyebrows, forehead, scalp, entire head. Inhaling, rising, exhaling, sinking. Next inhalation, bring awareness back to the room, where you are in the room, and begin to make small movements, in the head, fingers and toes, arms and legs, giving yourself a good stretch. Knees to the chest, rotating side to side. And ready, roll to one side, maybe to the right, or maybe where your breath is predominant. And gently, when you're ready to push yourself to the sitting position, keep your eyes closed for a bit. As you connect yourself to the consciousness inside you and all around you. It's becoming more aware of the subtle consciousness that exists. Palms together in Namaskar position, the thumbs touching your chest, and as we give thanks to the glass. Namaskar. Thank you for the class. We got a few minutes, I think. So let's see if there's any questions or not. There are questions? Okay. I want to mention something about the class today. Koshiki. Just to remind you a few things every week. Koshiki is actually a very good practice to also improve your memory. That's why it's sort of an anti-aging practice, and also it that the cross-lateral movements really improve the learning capacity. So whether you're a child or an adult or old retiree, still it helps you in every aspect of your life. Memory is so important. That's why it's really anti-aging. So do koshiki to improve that cognitive function. It's really special how it's done, and once you do that, I think your coordination in other areas also improve tremendously. I want to just highlight what we did today. We did two standing poses. What I wanted to introduce was Karmasana, the action pose, which is very useful for stress reliever. It can also help with your sleeping patterns in a way, because it de-stress you, especially with the adrenal gland. It stimulates the adrenal glands, releases the stress. And we did sitting. We did just cow's head pose, which is also a very nice pose for the adrenal glands. At the same time, it gives you really a peaceful calmness to the mind. Then we did another memory kind of asana, the hare pose, the rabbit pose. It improves your memory very much. And some of the exercises we did, the poses were also helpful in releasing some tension in the neck. If you notice Karmasana, especially in the shoulders, in the neck, and these Padahastasana, which is called arms and legs, the left to the right, forward bending and backward. They're very useful. I also mentioned something about the breath as you go into the pose, as you come out of the pose and getting into the pose. It's quite important, especially if you have irregular blood pressure. Your pressure is irregular, whether it's high or low. It's good to be a bit mindful in the pattern how you come out of the pose or come up standing into the pose and continue to go backward. Yeah, so there are a few things there. I'll take the questions.
Namaskar, Didi.
Namaskar.
While doing longer meditation in Padmasana, my left leg begins to pain due less circulation in the leg. How can I overcome this?
We face that problem. Now, when we sit in Padmasana is a lotus pose. So, okay, I'll tell you a little bit how you can get into the pose. It's a symmetrical pose, so you need to have. It's not the same. So if you right leg, you hold this right leg over. Okay, so
this calf, or rather calf, is out a little bit. So you hold it, put it all the way up, okay, and this is out as well. Then you hold the left leg. Maybe you want to bring it out, but not this way. The calf is out, away from you. Okay, that helps a little bit to get into the pose. But as you can see, it's asymmetrical. So you may want to put, don't break your, I mean, it's a nice pose to go into, meditation, but you do need some support. So why the leg is the knee on the left knee is probably higher because it's a symmetrical position. So put a support under the left knee, okay, so that you are able to, you don't get into this pins and needles, we call that. Or another thing is to use a blanket, a thicker blanket. Plus that support, you may want to have a blanket under your sitting bone. Okay, maybe thick, maybe thin, depending how much you need. A little bit helps to release a lot of tension in this area and that pinching that you get. So that, depending which side is up for you. If the left side is up above, then you have to put under the left knee. Okay, that may help for a while to take that sleeping thing pattern that we all probably get into. It also, because it's pinching onto the nerves, so it can be quite challenging. So that will take a little bit pressure off that. Another thing is also to have additional support, like some blankets around even the back can be a little bit more comfortable, so you have that support and not pressing into the nerves so much. Of course, okay, so to sit into the pose, you're not this way, you are a little bit lifted, so that takes the pressure off. Another thing, of course, is to do some exercises, but still, the position is still a symmetrical position. You cannot change that. So whether you're flexible or not, some of us may get into that condition. So that support must be there.
Namaskar, Didi. This is Lima from Puerto Rico. Very happy to see new postures, especially the rabbit pose.
Okay.
Sashangasana, right?
Sashangasana, yes.
Since there are many ways to do it,
Yeah.
I want to know the Rajahiraja way of doing it.
I will show you then. Now, the Rajahiraj there are many ways to do, because not everyone should go to the maximum or to the, because you need to adjust the body. That's why in the class I may not do the hardest way or the way that in Rajahiraj system of doing, because I don't want you to break bone. So let me show you how it's done. I did some variation just now for that purpose. And Rajahiraj is this: you to hold the ankle and bring your forehead very close to your knees. Okay, as close as possible. And that's why it can be also exaggerating for those with neck problems, whether it's cervical problems. You have to be mindful with the neck. You bring the top of the head onto the floor. The Sahasrara chakra should be on the floor. Hold onto your heels, and then you may have to adjust a little bit. And it's actually very powerful for the thyroid gland. So you are squeezing this part, and for some of us it may be okay, may not be okay. So you have to see your condition. Pressing, you can drop forehead very close to the knees. If not, you bring it closer, and top of the head. And bring it closer. It's quite powerful because you are really bringing it close to your forehead, which is very difficult to do, to bring it close to the forehead. So you may not reach the forehead to the knees, but you can bring it as close as possible to your knees. Okay, and then the back is lifted, as you can see. I hope that, yeah.
How long do you recommend the corpse pose between the postures?
If you can do 10 seconds, is good enough. 2 minutes is also okay, but generally between poses, 2 minutes is quite more than enough, I think. Of course, if you have been doing like Karmasana 4 sets and you feel you need to rest more, it can be 2 minutes, 2.5, 3 minutes, but you don't go into very long shavasana, because then you go into another phase of you're just benefiting from the shavasana instead of just the pauses between the asanas. So the pauses between the asanas can be short. I would recommend not more than 2 minutes, but in some cases more is needed because of the person's condition in assimilating the asana. Maybe a lot of the effects is stronger, so they may need longer shavasana.
Why would running or doing intense exercises could keep the aspirant, the spiritual aspirant away from spiritual practice for a long time? I wonder if you know the answer for this.
Well, because they don't have enough, probably they don't have enough asana practice, introspective practices. It's keeping them away. It is how they balancing the exercises and the asanas or the spiritual practices. So exercises can be very rajasic in some cases, depending on what exercises you do. If it's if it's of rajasic nature, of course. But then if you do enough of the of your asanas, probably more introvert practices, then it should not bring you away from it. In fact, I think exercise may help you bring closer, because you're healthy. When you have a healthy body, you have a healthy mind. So it depends on how you balance these practices. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So thank you for being here. See you next week. Same time. I mean, same day. And of course, you can tune into the other classes that I've done, which got the other asanas that you want to do. You can do it anytime. It's always on the schedule. You can play that again and again. All right. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Are you sure that's the way? I don't think so. You need to switch off something.
I think, yeah. So.
You have to what? Switch on. You know, when he was doing that,
There is. Wait a second.